idcwoodcraft.com.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's another awesome Wednesday evening where we get to hang out for an hour and a half and chew the CNC fat. Tonight, Liberty is probably not going to be in. She has
she's slow moving.
Today,
Yeah.
So if she can pop in, she'll pop in. And so I'm glad everybody's here. First, I'm going to say some hellos, and we'll see if Julianne has anything she wants to share. So Stacy from Middleville, Tennessee, and Rick from Virginia, Richard, Ed, and just scroll up the list here. What is this one? The Pofsuwani. That's interesting. Hello down under. Hello down under. So it's Australia. A couple Australians here then. And who else we got? Davy Jones. Oz is in the house. Paul, what's going on, Paul, from Australia? So there's your other bloke. I think that's the word they use. Is that what they say?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Back in the shop is on board, of course. And okay, Billy McGee and a bunch of others. Welcome everybody to a show where we are going to let you kind of run the show tonight, where you are going to share with us project ideas. So as everybody knows, sometimes we hit that wall, or we just want to know what's going to work, right? Or maybe a project that's going to take you to the next level. So we're going to talk a bit about that. And really, I want your input on this one, so we can really get these ideas rolling. Because I got a few of mine. Unfortunately, Liberty's not here. She's very creative. She's got some really cool projects sitting on her machine right now. She made some videos over, so very, very cool. But before we get to that, I say we got to talk about questions, and then Julianne has to share whatever she's got to share.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good night for sure.
Oh! Liberty's popping on board. Sweet. You go, girl.
We get the creative juices now.
Yeah, Kimberly's on board too. All right, cool. All right, pop in whenever you want, Liberty. There we are.
Hello.
All right, we were worried you weren't going to make it tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm here. This is a good one. I wanted to be here for this one.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was just telling them we're going to start talking. There we go again. Alt mill giving away.
Not yet.
Yeah, not. But let's see. Yeah, so I was already telling them the audience is pretty much going to run the show this time. You know, they're going to get these ideas. But I told them you get some really cool projects sitting in the machine. But it is Julianne's floor at the moment. She's going to give them the rules of the show and whatever announcements she needs to make.
So yeah, real quick, if you guys were not aware, if you're not on the CNC Insiders list, if you just have been under a rock for the first part of July, our 4th of July Independence Day sale is still going on until midnight tonight. So that's 15% off all IDC Woodcraft bits, accessories, as well as Jenny bits. And Airweights is still running their sale until Saturday. So you can also get on our site to access theirs. Yeah. So
the vacuum tables, if you want to get a vacuum table. I got a video that talks about that, and I actually got my alt mill set up for that now, so I'm going to do a video on that one too.
Ooh. I'm going to throw that link in the chat real quick, just so you guys can take advantage.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we're in the last few hours of a July 4th sale, 15% off. IDC branded stuff and Jenny Bit branded stuff. So this is it, folks. Just so you know, this is only one of the 2 big sales we run like this each year. Right, the other one's Black Friday. So this is the time. Jump on board. Holdouts, this is your time. Okay, sorry. I just stepped on Julianne's toes because she was talking.
That's okay. No, it's necessary. If you haven't got your bits, get them now. Yeah. On that same note, please buy more bits now, because we don't want to have to move all the bits that we have.
What do you mean have to move all the bits that we have, Julia?
What do I mean?
Yes,
Well,
what do you mean?
this morning at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we actually closed on our new building.
It is official. IDC Woodcraft owns its own building. Woohoo! Can't wait. Liberty's going to get her own huge space to work in.
Guys, I'm gonna be able to have all the machines running and teach so many things and maybe even more things in the future.
Yeah, so I did a short little video, about a minute and a half, so you all can see it. And so I'm going to run this real quick so you can see what we got. So exciting. All right, here we go. Well, IDC Woodcraft has finally acquired its official building. Gated in yard, big area, lots of space to work on. So let's go inside. This is the front office section, of course. First office right here may be her office if she so chooses. There's a break room, bathroom, utility, kitchen area. Ooh, there's another office. Good sized office. Look at the walls. This is so IDC Woodcraft with the plates. There's another office. And then we've got another office. Lots of room. And then here is the grand entryway. That's where the team will meet on a regular basis.
Did they leave the table?
Yes.
And then we go into the Bay Area. This is where Liberty's going to be doing her stuff and the machines will be. And we're going to do live training in here now. Big bay door. And then this is going to be supply storage. Whatever the team decides to do with it all. So we have to put air conditioning out here, but very nice building. Very happy with this purchase. We so much needed to do this. There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yay! Cool. We got the dining room table.
Yes,
we got all the furniture included with our agreement, and they actually had to, their contractor mover guy had to bring back 3 of the folding tables because they were trying to take them off.
There was a folding table in that back room.
3 of them. So yeah, it's really, really, really a good deal. So
awesome.
Yeah. So, I sit back and I go, a little over 5 years, this business started in my living room with that little wooden Bob CNC machine. And now I've got, we've brought in an amazing team, a bunch of A players. And we're just expanding. Now we're like, holy cow, got our own building. That's like scary. That's like next level commitment for me. And signing the paperwork for that, it was less than signing paperwork to buy a house. It was less. I was like, but the credit card paperwork, because we worked on a credit card, that was a lot of signatures. Did all that at the same time. Anyway, so there we are. Super, super excited. Now it's logistics. What all we have to do? What utilities? What's the plan of attack here, Julianne?
So plan of action is get the locksmith in and change all the locks on every outside door. Recode the gate and the front door keypads. Tear out all the old well, that's the thing. It echoes so much in there. We've got to tear out the old security monitoring video system because we cannot legally have that. And then
tell them why the security system that's being used we can't use.
Yeah, no. So this is a thing because IDC Woodcraft actually sells to military bases, national park services, and other government entities. we have to legally sign agreements saying that we will not have video monitoring systems that are actually Asian Chinese based systems. So it's the brand of the equipment because they're so easily accessed. So that was a thing that I made sure of. But after all that, we've got to get the water, we've got to get the electric, we've got to get the internet hookup, we've got to get the garbage pickup started because we have a super awesome giant dumpster out back.
Big one.
Yeah, we could have like 15 bodies in that thing, but yeah, it's quite the process. I saw Kimberly's question earlier about what the previous owners used it for. It was like a fabrication shop. They had a lot of welding stuff in that shop, and then before that it was actually a church. So it's had a wild history with it, but it's really not that old of a building. So we've just got to go through the process of getting it ready for IDC. And moving our parking curb stops around our utility HVAC system so we don't park on them. Just see it in the winter sliding right into the building.
Yeah. The team has already been starting to pack their stuff slowly, right? And then they each have to kind of figure out where they're going to be. It's entirely up to them. Let them work it out and duke it out. All right. It's my office. No, that's my office. No, that's my office.
And, we have CNC swords. We can sword fight.
Yep. And then get everything transferred and do it in a very coordinated, organized fashion. Get that moving company. So yeah, super cool. Super cool. I think this is going to be a really cool thing. And as far as open house, once we're situated, and all right, then we got to buy all the party favors and pizzas and drinks, and we'll get that figured out.
Yeah, it'll be fun. How many square feet? The building's about 4,000 square feet. So,
all right,
it's like the parking lot over offices.
Technically it's 2 parcels. So you've got the building, and then there's another whole, like that gravel part that you guys saw. It's quite large. So we could build another building if we really wanted to. I'm just kidding. But yeah,
we're gonna exercise different ideas and pick one out. I got one kind of sitting on my back of my head already, but we gotta move in first. Get ourselves situated.
Yes, you do, Greg. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Well, give us a couple weeks to get moved in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, got to get everything turned on, and then comes it's a process, you guys.
Jack's asking, "Where's the wet bar?"
Oh, you didn't see that? That was already in there.
You know what?
We got a wine rack and everything.
Yeah, we'll maybe get a nice long piece of live edge and just build our own.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of cool. All right. So your questions, please put question marks in front of your questions. But this is about project ideas tonight. And we're going to talk about like this, what the inspiration that you all get for when you come up with project ideas, what inspires you to make them. All right. What have you found that works for you? What doesn't work for you? I don't know. Liberty, what do you think on this?
So, I mean, I think this is a great space to kind of, I mean, we've already kind of talked about it, but collaboratively make a list of ideas. But I take a lot, like when I'm kind of just brain blocked, I take a lot from like, I'll scroll through Pinterest. I'll walk through Home Goods. I'll walk through Hobby Lobby. So I'm excited to see as people are throwing their ideas out here and what they use to get past their idea fog.
Yeah, and that's actually a really cool way of doing it. One of the things I'll do is when I'm in somebody's house, I'll look at what they have. My daughter has the coolest home sweet home mat in front of her kitchen sink. I've taken a couple pictures of it because I want to carve it, because the way the font is designed on it, it's just really cool. And it's got some, I don't know what's got on it. All right. So I guess how do we start this one tonight, Liberty? Well, Julianne, how do we get the flow going?
Good question. Good question. What's one project that's sitting on your someday list? What is one project that, you know, is still sitting there? Maybe it's a skill thing that's setting you back, maybe it's supplies, maybe it's time, motivation, whatever it is, just shoot out. You know, that one idea that you're like, ah, yeah, let me shoot out that idea and let's talk about it.
I like that approach too, because that it's like that one is like, oh, I'm scared to get into that level. That's what you're talking about? Because
exactly
level, but you really want to do it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. And you know what? We can take that and inspire folks, you know, as a collective, right? We can kind of hold each other accountable to, you know what? It's time to step up your game and go do that, right? Because I don't know, that fear, once we get over it, I don't know, that fear is like this heavy weight that we carry around, right?
Yep.
And once we get over it, we start walking in it. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know how to handle it. We don't know how to, but then we start to muddle our way through it. What's that one saying? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. It starts with just, okay, let's just look at this and see what I need to do to approach this. So,
all right,
let's put us on the hot seat first.
All right. Let's see.
Let's put Julianne on the hot seat first. Julianne doesn't make anything, but she's so busy with the stuff.
She's got the ideas.
I was gonna say, like, what do you need? What do you want? I've got many projects I would like you all to make.
She does.
Oh,
she does.
Really?
I have a list. None of them would make good videos, but I have a list of things.
Now I want to know. Boy, this could put both me and Liberty on the hot seat. Okay, Liberty, what is the project that you've been wanting to take on that you've been? I'm scared. I got to think about it.
I need to step back into inlay. I want to step back into inlay.
Okay.
I want to try it again. You know, it didn't go totally bad the first time. But I did like Dan's comment. So inspiration comes from keeping our eyes open. Yes. Mm-hmm. I love that. It really does. Cause I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, you know, I'm talking more like if you're just looking for a project to copy and paste kind of deal, but you know, look around your environment. That's what I do at my house. It's like, I look around and I'm like, what can I make that would replace something or make something easier or what have you. That's how I got the container, you know, lid organizer. I was literally throwing container lids around my house and I was like, all right, I know what we're making this week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Inspiration can come from desperation.
There you go. Actually, so that was the other thing. You can walk into anybody's house. I said this before, but if you walk into anybody's house and look around, you'll see CNC projects in their house. They'll buy a sign from somewhere, right? Or just something that you have, like the floor mat that I saw with my daughter, the Home Sweet Home one. And it's like, oh, let's take a picture. Let's get the stuff done. And or you can find some really goofy stuff. Here's one of my favorites. Kate made this a long time ago. And it's such a simple carving for the bathroom, super simple. And it's a picture of a toothpaste tube, no, toothbrush. And there's a face on the brush part of it. And there's a roll of toilet paper, right? And there's a face on the roll of toilet paper. And the toothbrush has a little speech bubble, and it says, "I hate my job." And the toilet paper speech bubble says, "Oh, please."
Yeah.
Super cute.
You mentioned Kate, and she's happens to be in the chat right there.
Not there, Sister Kate. What's going on? So yeah, she's the one that did. And actually, I actually thought about calling her and having her join tonight because she's got so many creative projects. In fact, Kate, if you want to come on and join us, you know, send me a message and or send Julianne a message and we'll get you on board because she's got some crazy ideas that come out.
One of my favorite things that she sent us is actually, it's really useful. I don't use it for what she intended it to be used for, but it's the
think I know what
really,
you're gonna pull out.
yeah. Well, right now it's got all my art pieces on it, so.
Yep.
But it's really the simplest like little thing, and it might be dusty and cat hairy, so ignore that. I'll hold it far away. It's just this little cool. It's supposed to be for your iPad. It's this little cool stand, and this little piece just pops in and out of it. I mean, it's sturdy. It's easy. Like, carve it. It holds your stuff. Like, I mean, look at this. I can stare at Bigfoot all day. It's wonderful.
Yep.
The
I've got
simplest
mine
cutout.
displaying a piece of local art as well.
Sorry, Kate, we're not using it for iPads. We're using it for arts display.
So Kate sent that to you. I gave that to you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's two projects that I am scared. I'm scared.
You're scared?
And one of them is what people ask for all the time. And that is a tiling project. They want to know how to do a tiling project. And it's like the only person I think that has ever done a tiling video is Mark. I've not seen anybody else do it. And well, I've seen Vectric has a tiling video. So that's one. I don't know why I'm scared, but
Yep.
it's just get up and do it, right? The other one is rotary. It's doing a rotary project. And I really do want to do a rotary project.
So which do you think you would do first? Which one would you tackle first? Would it be the rotary
The
or would it be
the one I'm less scared of is the rotary.
Really?
Yeah, and the tiling project is simpler, I think.
Okay.
So now here's what y'all can do. You can start asking, hey, what's going on there, Greg? Andy's on board too. Everybody say hi to Andy Bird and say hi to Greg. Say hi to Cody from Cadence, right? And we got the whole crew coming in on board here.
Mark's calling you out. He says he has two. Mark's calling you out. He says he has 2 tiling videos on his channel, and it's pretty easy.
You know what? I mean, I know it's easy. I know it's easy. I haven't done a double-sided project, but I'm not really afraid of that. So it's which one to do first. All right. Okay. So that's my thing. It's what do I want to do a rotary though? I want to do something kind of cool with a rotary, but I want to start. If I do a video, it's got to be a basic just to educate folks.
Yeah. I want to. So I actually had this neighbor growing up named Pete, and he had a scroll saw, and he would be out there all the time in front of his shed scroll sawing things out. He made us stuff all the time, made stuff for his grandkids. He'd have little figurines sitting all over his house because he would just make and make and make. And we actually have these animals that he would make on his scroll saw. And I would love to I'm scared too, because it's like I'm taking such an important piece of my childhood essentially apart and dissecting it and then recreating it differently and bringing him back and all these things. So it's a very emotional project at the same time, but they're just these little wooden animal figurines, and I want to recreate them on the CNC.
Okay.
That's cool.
Is it just cutouts or is it actual?
So it's like 2.5D, I guess would be ish considered, because you cut out pieces and you piece them together, kind of like that snake we got, but bigger.
Yeah.
And so like I have several of them. I think I actually have one here. But they're like 4 pieces. You got the body, the face, the legs, and it makes up whatever animal it is. And he'd have sitting cats and standing cats and dogs, and then he'd have like basset hounds, so they'd have longer faces and everything, and he'd paint them up.
That'll be cute. That'll be cute. Okay, well, there we go. So what I want folks to do is start asking me you can switch off are we giving the alt mill away, and you can switch it over to, are you doing a tiling video yet? You know, after the stuff, so I put up the video the other day to just let the entire CNC community know that what what my last 5 months have been about with my diagnosis, and of course the results. They have with chemo and radiation has all worked, and I've now gone into maintenance mode. But and Liberty pretty much took over all the content, as you folks probably know. All right, and that's okay, because that's where she wanted to be in the company, and we transitioned her out of the fulfillment area. You guys will get to know Dwayne shortly, and who's now our official fulfillment manager, which is very cool. So anyway, yeah, that's that. I was held back by that quite a bit. I was letting myself relax, and the team knew that the show was theirs. They did an amazing job keeping things going. Okay, but now I am back. But I am going to give myself a trip. I'm going to take myself a couple-week road trip. I'm going to go to Sedona for a couple of days, and then I think I'm going to go up to Oregon. So Mark, I may drop by you, but I'm going to go up there to hike a few days on the Pacific Crest Trail. Let's get back in the mountains. Okay. Well, I think we should hit the community and see. Oh, wait.
I do have one of them in the office. Like I said, they're so simple. So I'm probably going to work them up a little bit more. I have so many of his. This was the Siamese kitty. And it's one of the simpler ones that he did do, but I keep this in the office, and I have a whole little box of a bunch of different animals that he did that I want to recreate.
Really cool. So it's a bunch of cutouts, and they're all stacked together.
Yeah, just stacked together. It's super simple. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but
horrible. We should do that. We could make a bunch and sell them as Chautauqua.
That's like a step up from those clothespin reindeer that we used to make as ornaments.
Yes.
It's like a skill level up a couple.
Right.
Got to use sharper objects.
Yeah.
So this is an angle to think about too. So Liberty is going back to a childhood thing that somebody made, or just walking around, you see something like that and say, I can make that, right? But there's an emotional value here, right? And it almost sounded like you kind of don't want to, because maybe you're stepping on his toes or something like that, or it's taking it back a little bit. There was a little resistance in doing this. Liberty?
Sorry, is there resistance in doing it?
Yeah.
I was reading comments as you said that.
Oh, okay.
I would say there is a bit of emotional resistance, because it's like, while it's so simple, like once I achieve it, it's done. And
you've taken it away. It's no longer that childhood memory, and now it's something that you've.
Yep. It's no longer something Pete made. It'll be something I made, Yeah.
Maybe we can flip it on its head, and it's part of the legacy that he left with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to do on the rotary, though. That I have to figure out. So I would love ideas of what to do on the rotary. But let's start bringing some discussion in here. Let's see what folks have to say.
Okay.
What kind of projects they're thinking of, and also, the stuff that you've made that sells really well as well. All right, because things that people just like. Remember, we're in July. This is the time to start thinking about your holiday projects that you're going to be making.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Halloween, you got Christmas, some Thanksgiving stuff.
The other thing you guys can do, if you don't have any ideas to throw in the comments, is throw out questions about ideas like this one, because I like this. Anyone have any good ideas to build out shelving or drawers around their machine, specifically alt mill? So if anybody has any tips and tricks on that, I've seen some great videos. I'm still working on building out my table, because I've a tabletop machine. So I'm still working out my stuff, but yeah, love to hear what everybody says about that.
Yes, that's utilitarian, and I would actually love to see the answers on that, because I've got the same machine, and what I have done was just build a couple shelves here. But I want my storage right there. I want my bits right there, in drawers and what have you, instead of over there. Okay. Let's
Right.
do it. Let's hit some.
Sorry, caught up in comments. I want to copy and paste a 3D model from front side to back side. So I have the same model, but opposite model on both sides.
I think
Double-sided is a lot.
asking how to do that. I'm assuming, so I have the same, I'm assuming this is a question of how to do that.
I mean, he put it in, I think, about the time when we were asking, like, put in what your
Okay.
project things are that you're scared of or that you want to do or what have you.
Okay. This actually can be done. In case that's a question. Is this a kind of a cool idea? So you want to take your 3D and you want to turn it into like a real 3D, right? Basically, the 3D we talk about is 2.5D relief. Basically, the 3D is all the way around. So that is mirroring it onto another sheet, or no, since it's two double-sided, it's mirroring it onto the other side. You have to have Vectric VCarve Pro or Spire. Don't one of you guys out there, does VCarve Desktop have that double-sided feature? I don't remember. And then you just you do that, and then you flip it. All right, that's it. It's done. That's a cool idea. Okay.
Kate says double-sided carve wouldn't be so bad as long as your depths are on point.
Ooh, good. Yeah, good point. You always got to take into account
This
that.
is a good. This is a suggestion towards the building out your drawers and stuff. 4 rolling tool chests from Harbor Freight back to back with plywood on top makes a great workstation.
Okay.
Seen that.
Oh, because we're gonna have to build some tables for the shop, for the new shop. So we might have to consider that one for sure.
Mike, I built drawers into cabinets for both my CNC machines. It's quite easy. You can contact me if you want.
All right, Mike, I would love to know, how do we make note of Mike? Because he's got something like that, right? This is the kind of thing that also makes for good content.
Yeah.
It really does make for good content. It's utilitarian, utility, but we like to make our stuff too. What's Terry make? He's got that he made that whole contraption for all the spray cans.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, I love that thing.
Yeah, it's like just a bunch of slots for his paint spray cans. So
yep.
I mean, mine are just.
We're probably gonna need to set something like that up eventually in the shop.
Yeah. Well, with this expansion now, we're gonna be able to really expand some things, get in a lot more into epoxy station. We'll build out.
Have stations and sections and yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be so cool. We'll be bringing more people on board.
I did 2 shelves under my alt mill 4x4, and the top shelves has a cabinet, 6 drawers, and organizers and bit trays, all done using my CNC.
Okay. Nice. Okay. I know what I need to make my rotary. So we have a machine that we purchased that labels our bits now, and it's designed for a certain length container, but we don't have the design for the other length container that I want to run on that. And so now I had to make a piece for it so it would do it, so it could adapt for the shorter container. So I had to treat my CNC. I had to go into my machinist mode. And how do I make my CNC work like think like I'm an engineer doing machining, like real machining, not carving wood and whatnot.
Right.
And we see some donations coming in, so we'll call that up in a little bit.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I'll go ahead and call out the first 2 that came in as the show started. Bill A with a $5 super sticker. Thank you, Bill. Always appreciate you. Need to text you. And then Oz, party time.
Party time. We might actually have to take a little bit of this donation money and buy pizzas for everybody.
Yeah, especially during the move or something like that when we can't have good lunch.
What I like about the building too is we can take all the projects that you guys send us and we can hang them up on the walls.
There you go.
What do you think about that, Julianne? Will you let us do that?
Oh yeah, we can put holes in the walls. I don't mind.
Okay.
As long as they're secure, like earthquake proof or something.
Right.
Yeah, some of the projects you guys have sent us they're quite large and the wood is quite thick. So
we gotta make sure those puppies are gonna stay.
Oh, yeah. Might have to put a keyhole cut in the back of some.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to bring this one question out, or this one statement out here, because there are three values of the IDC Woodcraft, right? Main values when it deals with the community, right? Is to encourage, validate, and celebrate. All right, so encourage folks to keep on going, give it a shot, take the jump, take the plunge, right? Validate, yes, we understand that you're scared and we're with you because we've all been scared. And finally, celebrate your win to be able to do it. So our brother Terry here, he says he's still having a hard time to get time getting started. So basically, I guess he's trying to find the time to do it, or maybe you're finding ways not to get in there, right? Sometimes we can make ourselves busy in other ways. Like, oh, I can't do a tiling video today because I have to go do some office business stuff, that kind of stuff, right? We'll come up with ways. So you can do it. You can do it, brother. We make the time. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
I was gonna say, do we want to throw in Pascal's after this next question?
I was thinking about that.
And Kimberly, now that everybody's throwing in
Let's
the
go
donations
ahead.
real
Let's
quick.
go ahead. All right. So Pascal actually already sent in a donation. So I'll bring in his first one. Every week I'm looking forward to this live stream. I keep learning more and more every week. Thank you so much, Pascal. And once he found out that it's going to be for us, he says, okay, then this is for you all. Buy ice to cool you down with the move. LOL. Thank you so much, Pascal. We truly appreciate it. Yeah. And then Kim popped in towards the first fancy haircut when it's time.
When it's time, I guess. I don't know if she's talking about me. I'm lost. Because the chemo took out my hair, but I left the gray hairs in, but I got fuzz coming back. I was thinking, I wasn't worried about it though. Paul is beautiful. Anyway, okay, let's keep on going. Thank you guys for all these donations. Tell them about the donations and what we do, Julianne. How to donate and what we're doing.
How to donate? I always like to show my visual right here on your lovely tablet, phone, iPad, whatever. In the YouTube chat right here below is a tiny little itty bitty teeny weeny $sign button. Then you can hit that, and that is how you donate on YouTube. Those donations are not just for us. They used to get us. What did you always say, Garrett? A beer and a burger?
Beer and a burger.
So it used to be that, and then it used to be Liberty and I going out for a steak dinner when we hit our conferences. But all your donations actually go towards our nonprofits and the places we support. Many different ventures. Our list keeps growing. Many individuals in the community that we've raised money for. You guys even raised money for Kyle's wedding, Kyle Ely's Learn Your CNC wedding. We were able to get them a gift with your all's donations. Just lots of things. There's much goodwill in this community. And we are happy to disperse that any way we can. So we really appreciate you guys throwing in those donations. So.
Yep. that's what allows us to do it. And we match all the donations, right? We
Mhm.
donated to St. Jude, lots of different military organizations, local organizations. We got a list. So that's where that money goes. Goes to do a pool. And IDC matches the stuff. Look at this one from Pascal. He's been bald for 25 years. Just own it. It didn't bother me. I just figured, okay, bald's got to be beautiful some way, so I'll just take it.
Terry, which tattoo? I've got two, three that are possibly visible. Which ones? Like, I don't think I've ever been asked that before. And wait a minute. Did I miss Kate is offering to do Garrett's hair? Oh, where did I miss that comment at?
Hang on.
Oh, here we
I
go.
missed it too.
Stubborn gray hairs. I'll hook you up with a new hairdo when it all comes in.
Yes.
All right. Maybe I'll get it.
Gray hairs, white hairs don't die. If you look in my hair, I have white hairs already, and my white hairs don't die.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
They're also thicker, and it's just
Yes.
it's horrible when they just decide to like alfalfa themselves out.
Yeah, you know what? It's good being a guy in that case because guys don't care. The women, they worry about it. Okay, let's move on.
I'm excited to go silver.
Yeah, let's get on with some of these statements, some of these ideas and stuff. Oh.
Greg, well, you know me. Match this.
At least it's a donation. I'm cool with the donation. Don't throw anything else at me tonight. Not ready.
Kevin, for the moving party, I changed my name from Brain Slop to my real name just for you guys. Oh, thank you, Kevin.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, and on to the next question here. We've got Tommy, how to work with Vectric Clip Art. I can't get it to work. Well, what version you using? What are you using the clip art within Vectrix? What kind of trouble are you having?
Yeah, I'll run through that real quick. Just
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe a quick little simple lowdown.
But guys, keep your ideas coming about different projects. What inspired you? What are you afraid to work on that you really want to work on? And why are you afraid, right? What are the stuff that sells? What are the holiday ideas to come up with? And let's get on that. So I'm going to show you about the clip art.
And knowing how to use the clip art from Vectrix can actually open up your ideas and your repertoire.
Terry came in today and showed us a really cool project, that domino project, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay. All right. So
for his file.
So for clip art, what was his question that he said in there? You just can't get it to work.
His question was, I can't get it to work.
Okay.
How to work with it.
All right. So first of all, you can take his comment back down. All right. So we're going to clip art. And so over here, there's going to be two things. There's going to be clip art, and then there's going to be design and make. So what goes in that design and make folder is what you buy off of the Vectric website. So design and make is basically, I don't know if it's a separate company that they've created, or it's just this little, okay, this is their stuff. So Vectric has a whole bunch of 3D files that you can get. But you click the clip art. Now the clip art is going to show up, and it's got this list of the different types of clip art. And when we go into that, we'll just go to animals. And so there's a different kind of animals. Now you're going to notice that there are arrows in the lower right corner of these. And what that means is that is not installed on your computer yet. So you're going to have to click that, and it should start downloading. And then I can drag it out. Okay, so I got to log in first, and log in and refresh. So basically, I'm not logged into the Vectric portal. So if I click that and I come into the portal, and then I get to log in and grant access. And now it's connected. Now I have to probably reset that, I think. Let's take a look. Let's just go to animals. Okay, so the fish is now downloaded because that arrow is not there. And then we can click, drag it over, and then you can work with it as you want. So that's the way it works. If you have trouble, then I would send an email to support@vectric.com.
All right.
Okay, so Andy Bird says that Vectric actually acquired Design and Make. It was Todd's company before, so Todd works for Vectric. Okay, got it.
All right. I really need a collet for my DW611. Any ideas?
Well, that's for your DeWalt. Okay, so that's for a DeWalt, I think, trim router. So you should look up DeWalt. They should have those available on their website or somewhere. I'll take a look, just to look and see. But okay, you can handle the next one.
All right. Will you guys be giving away free bits to celebrate?
Free bits of advice. A CNC tip for everybody that comes in. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Bits and Bits Company has collets for DeWalt. All right, so you can get that from wait a minute, from Bits and Bits. Looks like Amazon. You can get some off of Amazon, but you have to be a little more careful. You got to make sure it says for DeWalt. There it is. There's a 621. Anyway, so that's there you go. That's something we'll have to get on board. We'll have to look into that. That's why we want a product manager.
All right. When using the diamond drag bit, you use oil on glass. Do you need to use oil if carving acrylic?
No.
No.
No. Oh, Greg says, no, not Bits and Bits. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. But I was like, well, if he's suggesting it, I mean, I'll take him for it.
That's the first thing that came up. So.
My doc officially released me to work with my CNC router yesterday. Now I gotta learn how to use it again. Oh my God!
Mark has been struggling with this thing for over half a year, maybe a year.
It's been over a year at this point, I believe.
Yeah, yay, Mark.
Because he was hitting near a year a while ago when we were talking.
Yeah. All right, yay, Mark.
Yay! All the celebrations for Mark. He gets to CNC again.
How about a bit raffle? 15 months, he said. So he had shingles for 15 months. And if you folks, if you have not had shingles, you do not want it. It is, you don't want it. No.
Have a good night, Cody.
So y'all say goodbye to Cody. Okay, let's get on with some of these ideas.
Night. Couple others.
Kyle
Ely's course on AI has helped me get ideas as thinking assistant.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a brilliant idea, right? So if you folks don't use like ChatGPT or Claude, these are the common AI tools, and you can just talk to ChatGPT as if you're just talking and say, okay, I'm struggling with a project idea and I want to make something that's whatever, and just talking to it, right? And so, and you'll say, give me some ideas. And if you say, I want to come up with things that sell really well in this area, maybe a Jeeper or something like this, you can use it to help guide you into business direction. You know, where would I find the right places to sell this type of this product? You can tell it, do some search on the internet, find out this stuff. But using ChatGPT, let's see. I'm gonna try that out just to see. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, you know what? My ChatGPT gives me really long answers, so I have to tell it to give me short answers. I want to make a CNC project, but I am stuck. I'm talking to ChatGPT right now. I got the recorder on, and I want to make something that is for someone special. We'll just say the love of my life, and we've been married for 20 years, and she's really into gardening, and she's really into traveling. So I want a few ideas that I can make on my CNC router. I just want a list of 5 things. So what will you come up with? So now it's translating that. Now it's already giving me feedback. It said if I were brainstorming someone, so it did a search on the internet. Okay, already came up with pictures. And it said personalized garden journal box. Who would have thunk? Next one, layered wooden travel map. That's kind of cool. Custom garden tool organizer, garden bench or planter plaque, and travel keepsake box with a 3D compass rose. Okay, and it's got some explanation for each one. So there you go. That's okay. If you're stuck, there you go.
All right. How's the theater seat arms coming along, Garrett?
Yeah, so I'm waiting for the company to. I made the samples, the prototypes, took them down. They liked them. I made the hole too small for the largest cup, but we need cup holders, and so I'm waiting on them. They're supposed to order a basket sample. I've looked online to try to. We will need something for the cup holders, so I don't want to make something. There's got to be stuff out there. You know, there's cup holders and boats. I saw that. I thought the prices were a little high, but that's where we're at right now. So I'm waiting on them. I actually messaged them a couple of days ago. They didn't get back to me. I'm ready because that's going to be like 300 armrests. That's for a old theater downtown Madison that an organization has been restoring for the last 10 years, whatever. And so they're restoring the old theater seats and they want the armrests. I'm actually looking forward to that.
Awesome. And Blaze again, I'm currently have a mock-up of a section of railroad yard track for a lawyer that needs an example for an upcoming trial. Cool.
Interesting.
That is cool.
Now, I would love to know how this got connected into creating a sample that can be taken into court and used as a reference for a trial of some sort. That is really cool. I would love to learn this story.
Yeah, I want to know how you walked into that gig. Silly dog. Does IDC offer a thread bit? I'm taking Kyle's course and just did a thread course, and it looks very interesting to make wood threaded jars.
Thread bit. That's even beyond my knowledge. I'm gonna have to ask Kyle about that one.
So I think it more has to do with the threading toolpath, isn't it? Well, I guess there are threads.
Yes. Okay. Actually, that was something I was working on. So it's for cutting your wooden threads. Yeah. I started working on that with my supplier, and then that fell off. That's actually something I gotta get back into. Can you put that on our list, please, Julianne? She's already got it written down.
I did. So, yeah.
All right. I want to work on a sign, but the runtime is like 9 hours. Can my router handle running that long?
You want me to answer that, or you want to answer it?
I was just going to say yes, but I'm sure you will have a more eloquent way to say it.
Yeah. So the argument I'm going to have for you is if you have a trim router mounted on your machine, like a Makita or a DeWalt, versus a spindle. Okay, so with the trim routers, they are not designed for that type of runtime. And so that could actually burn out on you mid-run when if you're walking out for a while. 9 hours is a long time. So if you have a spindle, I wouldn't worry so much about it because spindles are designed for that type of run.
Beautiful.
So there's my answer. So if you have a trim router, I would say sit there for the whole 9 hours.
Yep. Full-time job for the day.
Yep. And if you need to upgrade, then go to idcwoodcraft.com. Julianne will put the link in for where our spindles are at.
All right, and Derek would like to know, would the beast be a good bit for a dado cut? That's a great question because I'm about to make some dado cuts and a box probably out of some dado cuts. So I think it would depend upon the width and depth of your dado.
Yeah.
You know, if it is bigger, thicker, deeper, etc., yeah, the beast would be good because you can get it cleaned out and you can either, I mean, it leaves a pretty clean edge depending upon your material and stuff anyways. But if you really wanted to, you could add in an offset to go back in there with a finishing bit. But I wouldn't see the need depending upon, again, what your dado is for. But yeah, depending upon the size of your dado, it'd be a good bit. I plan on probably using the beast or the badger, depending upon how big my box is going to be. So,
all right. Okay. Directed. He said he's been running his Makita for years. Sometimes they last forever. I've burned up 2 of them.
yep. Please recommend a good bit for hogging out 5/8 inch deep in hardwood, walnut, pecan, hedge boxes, inside 3 inches by 7 inches for presentation, bottom box or presentation box, bottom and tops for the 47 straight razors I have made. Oh, nice.
Made straight razors.
So just a little holder box for straight razors. So he's wanting to get that 5/8 inch deep for the box itself or for the cutout.
Okay. Sounds like a 1/4 inch. Any 1/4 inch tool. If you want to rough it out, you go with the beast, and then you go with the 1/4 inch down cutter. Or actually, you can might go to an up cutter on that after you rough it out and just leave a little bit of material on the sidewalls and the bottom, because that up cutter or compression, actually I'd go with an up cut because you don't want to create that little line that may appear where that transition appears at. Up cutter has the bottom cutting blade on it, so it'll make the bottom smooth. So 1/4 inch beast rougher, and then the 1/4 inch up cut I would probably use in that as a finish tool. All right, we're getting the questions, but we're not getting the ideas here. I guess they're coming.
I know, yeah. I am gonna pop this one in. What type of surface finish does the Beast Badger leave on MDF and hardwood? So that's the thing. You've got to remember, first of all, these are roughing bits. So they're not supposed to leave a clean edge. They can sometimes leave a clean edge. 2, things like MDF, you're always, always, always going to have fuzz. You could have the sharpest of bit. You're going to have some sort of fuzz. So MDF, you gotta do it sharp and sealed and sanded. Hardwood, you're always going to have a bit of a cleaner, except for there are some that are, you know, more prone to fuzzing than others, but in general, your hardwood is less likely to fuzz. So you're going to have a cleaner cut.
Yeah. And MDF is brutal on bits, by the way, folks.
Yep. Will dull your bits faster.
Project ideas. Okay.
When is this the old enough to know better supposed to kick in?
When is he old enough to know better? Old enough to, what are we talking about?
Old enough to know better, you know, still young enough to Try it anyways.
You mean
There you
like
go.
when I'm working on the table saw and I know I'm not supposed to do what I was doing and I get a little kickback to cut my fingers? That's the old enough to know better.
I'm having problems with vacuums. What do you suggest?
We need to know which way we're talking about. Are we talking about vacuum dust collectors or vacuum table?
It's a great question. I would assume dust collection, but then now that you say vacuum table, don't know.
So first of all, the question is too broad. What kind of problems are you having?
Yeah.
So we'll wait for that.
Will you ever be coming up with other sizes of the drill bits?
What size do you want? We need to know what size. We have to remember I've been asked for 3/16, but we need to come up with a 3/16 collet because it's the cost of grinding like a 1/4 inch, then that grinding the 3/16 diameter, that makes the cost very outrageous when it comes to the carbide.
Yep. Bye, Mark.
Got it. Folks, when you want tooling, you ask me, and we always take it into account. Like there's when someone wants a 3/8 taper ball nose, right? So we're working towards that. Actually working on that design. Anyway, got to know. Sometimes we're going to say no, right? If it's a really one-off oddball bit that, I've had people ask me for a 5-inch, 1/4 inch end mill. So you get really deep in there, and I won't do it. You really got to know what you're doing if you're going to work with a tool that long because there's so much deflection.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, it can break so fast.
All right. Why is the Carveco Pro time estimates different from the G-Sender time estimates? Welcome to the world of these are imperfect sciences when it comes to the time estimates.
Yeah.
There's so many different factors. I don't blame any of them for being so far off. You've got different woods, you've got different machines, you've got different feeds and speeds, and that's trying to take all of that into factor and give you some sort of a time estimate. That is why it's an estimate.
Yeah. On top of that, the software is written by 2 different companies. So they're not using the same timing estimate.
2 different calculations, exactly. Yeah. So I have found between my Shark CNC and my Vectric estimations, it's about when it says 24 minutes on Vectric, it's going to be about 20 minutes on my machine. But when it says about 8 minutes, it's going to be about 7 minutes.
Okay.
See? So it's complicated, and then it also changes depending upon what material I'm using. So
right,
I always just pull a few minutes off, and I'm pretty close. What do you think about using an ultrasonic cleaner to clean your bits?
I think it's perfect, but use a cleaning agent. Simple green. But yeah, absolutely. Ultrasonic.
Love me simple green.
Yeah.
All right, dust collectors on the CNC, can they stay on for long periods of time without burning out? I mean, as long as your vacuum is set up for the dust collection, yeah. Different things. What's that one thing you can kind of add in between, and it aids in the filtering?
Oh, the vortex.
Yeah, if you add in a vortex, it can, extend the life of your vacuum dust collection.
Yeah, actually,
because it's adding another barrier in between another filter.
That's what I want to get for mine, because I hate emptying out the shop vac. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah.
It's bulky. It's awkward. All right.
All right.
We kind of got off target of what we wanted to be talking about tonight.
Yeah.
Ideas and stuff. Julianne.
Which simple green?
Which simple green? She's got it. Julianne, are some ideas in the queue that people have made? There you
This
go.
one.
Let's see if you can find a link for it for you on Amazon.
Absolutely. And also that means
I was gonna say, let's see. I was gonna say we'll throw Steven's question up really quick as I go through and pull some more project ideas.
would truly love to have an extra long 1/8 inch end mill bit. Is there a problem with stability since it's so skinny?
Yeah, so we have a long one, but yeah, so there's a science behind how long that bit should be relative to the diameter, and we often exceed that science in CNC, even with the tooling that we offer, right? Not just IDC, but many companies. So with an 1/8 inch diameter, there is a point at which you're going to really, this is where a lot of experience has to come into play before you attempt that. And also, when it comes to these, an extended, like an extra long extended bit, I don't like doing a tool like that on a computer-driven machine. I'd rather be able to manually run that machine so I can feel it. I got tactile control myself.
Beautiful.
Find a simple brain.
I'm currently finishing up a retirement gift for a US MC major, CNC parts, laser cut acrylic, UV prints, and fiberglass engraved brass. All the machines got involved. That is amazing. I read your comment earlier. I was going to bring that up and I forgot. Thank you, Julianne.
I'm trying to bebop back through and see the ones that we need to
project ideas. Tiling an 8-foot sign in color core on a 4-foot bed CNC. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That would be epic, or is going to be epic if you're going to do it. You are going to do it. Guess what? You are going to do it. So that's going to be epic.
And then send us pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see that. Color core is cool material.
Mm-hmm. I have a 2-inch thick piece of wormwood walnut. It's about 12 inches by 39 inches. I'm looking for the right thing to do with it.
Oh.
Yes, McLean. I run into that sometimes. I'll have a piece of wood that I'm like, this one's got to wait for the right project.
Yeah.
I don't have that sometimes. I have that a lot of times.
Throw out some ideas for this one. So he's got walnut wormwood, right? So
2 inches thick.
Nice size too, 12-inch by
foot by 3 foot, essentially.
Almost 4 feet. Oh, yeah, 3.5 feet. A little over 3. Okay. Yeah. Give him some ideas on this one. That would be a beautiful piece of wood.
Beautiful, massive.
Especially with a nice shiny coat on it.
Mm-hmm. Bob says, send it to me.
Send it to me.
All right. I have a large piece of live edge apple that's going to be a bench. I will not run it until I have everything I want incorporated into the design I want. Maybe 3 years out. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Like, is there going to be like a bunch of designs on the top of it or something? Is that what you're going for? I'm curious.
Yeah. So it sounds like this is a really thoughtful project.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like, I know I want this kind of feel on it. I want this kind of thing on it, but I know there's something else and it's just not jogging out of my head. And then with that, of course, now you got to be really careful with the design on the project, and everything on it's got to be placed just right. That's the kind of project I'd be going, okay, let's run a trial run on a piece of MDF.
Yep. All my projects are driven by what I can make for my family. Yep. Often I look around and I'm like, okay, what could I make for them? Or what little sign would they like? Or what little thing could be helpful? Or what do they use often that I could make out of wood?
All right. Greg, good night. Greg from STL Woodworking's heading out.
Good night, Greg.
So a family project I made for my daughter, which a lot of people make, is I did the established sign. Andy and Sunshine, established December 10th, 2010, whatever it was, and then it's got all their kids in order, and even Maddox. So they lost their third child, right? So I got a little set of wings on it. All right, so all their kids got the whole thing. So it's just hanging. Each name is hanging below that. There's one of the things that I see that people make. They make the birthday. They'll make the birthday kind of plaques with little rings that you hang on each month, and it has the person's name on the little ring and the birth date. So you just hang that on the appropriate month, and they can hang stacked together. And they do that with just the family tree. Family projects are kind of cool. I make things for me, for my home. I like to make like positive stuff, right? Because you guys have seen them. Make stuff for my daughter.
Well, I mean, your niece that inspired your card holder.
Yep. And that was a project of love. Now, I'll show you guys that. And this is my favorite all-time project that I made. Although hers looks better. This, I stained it with the wrong color. All right, but it's a game piece holder. She had brain cancer, so they had to take some of her brain out, and that compromised her right side of her body. But her family plays lots of games, so she's having to lay all her cards on the table, and she has to pick them up one at a time. So now she can put her cards all in there. The game pieces right there. Yeah, just live, laugh, love, and play games. She uses it all the time now.
Love it. My way off project is to cut and build the dream guitar that I want. Lots of toolpath creations to learn. I would love to make a guitar. Well, actually, no, I take that back. What I want to make is a ukulele.
Is a what?
Ukulele.
Okay.
That's what I want to make. I want to make a ukulele.
Yeah. And there are quite a few people out there who want to do that. They want to make the fretboards. All right. There's electric guitar bodies. There's quite a few people who do that. Actually, should probably get really good at that and do a video on that. That might go over well.
I saw a video on it. Well, I mean, I watch videos on making electric guitar bases all the time, and I saw one the other day that I was like, oh man, I really need to learn how to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to know from Julianne. So because she has her own eclectic interests, like we all do, all right, in her own way. So what are some of the things that you would want us to make? What are the things that inspire you, right, that you would like to see?
Well, one of the things is actually really super easy. I just want to make sure it's made out of the correct wood that it needs to be. I want a portable, about yay big, and a desk size flower and plant press. So basically you're just, cutting out the two pieces, making sure the edges are correct, and then you drill the 4 holes in the sides, put your screws through, put your wing nut on, and you actually have wax paper or, rice paper, depending on whatever it is, cut to the shape of the wood. So basically you're putting all your flowers stacked in on top of each other, and then you're tightening those wing nuts down onto the actual nuts, just to make sure they're super uber flat. Because right now my flower press is a very old copy of Wuthering Heights with an old strap from a boot. So it's not quite getting it as flat as I would like to, but that's the first easy project. I just want a VCarve design in it that matches me if it's the desktop one, and then something that's just kind of cutesy to keychain hang on either my belt loop or my bag as I go out, so I can have that pressability. But
so you want a mini flower press that you can carry with you in case you want. Okay.
Yep.
So and you said it needs to be the right kind of wood. What did you mean by that?
It can't be soft. it can't be like a soft kind of bendy kind of wood, because once you put those drill holes in it, you're compromising the integrity of the sides, especially depending on how much you're like tightening it down.
Yeah.
So it's really got to be like the right thickness where it's not going to on the sides. So yeah, that's my easy project for that.
What would be carved on it? What would you want to have carved on it?
See, that's where it gets hard. That's why I haven't commissioned Liberty to make it yet.
I know, because I've even thought of like several different ideas, but you know, you want it to be the right one.
Right. Because my decor style is more like interest, like dark gothic type, gargoyle-y, just, you know, really the visceral underside of the human psyche. If you want to put it like that.
So do you and Sunshine kind of, have you talked to her? My daughter.
Hers is a little more fantasy.
Okay.
Mine's a little more morbid. But yeah, that would be the start of it. And then I would probably, I don't know, I want to do a miniature version of my mother's cedar chest. Not like one of the little ring boxes. I'm thinking like a actual chest that like matches hers with the little lock and everything. I don't know. Just thoughts. I don't want store-bought. I want actual, you know, effort into this.
Right.
So we need some pictures.
Yeah, we need pictures. So this is it, folks. I mean, this is how you move people. All right. Talk to people. What is their interest? What do they want? All right. And they're going to bring it out. Liberty's flavor is so different from Julianne's.
I got to show Rich. I've got a squatch. I know it's kind of hard to see him, but I've got a squatch. I need frames. I need frames for all my art. That's another thing.
We got a chip down there to be able to do that.
I know. Yeah.
So how does your flavor? So okay, folks. So when it comes to project ideas, you can't, if you're kind of stuck, right? Women are the buyers of the world. I mean, if you're married or something, you usually have to go through your wife to say, I want to get this and get the approval, right? So, you know, but they've got the kind of flavor, and they're all different. So here's Julianne. She's got kind of a gothic, and she's into her flower presses, right? I mean, it's a very interesting mix of interests, which is very cool. That's why I love this team, because they both these ladies have their own, like, really, for me, who's an engineer, I mean, they're just like this out there, beautiful kind of different thinking kind of way that I don't even think about. What about you, Liberty?
So yeah, I mean, that's actually, it's funny that we talk about like styles and interests, because it's something I've had to come to accept very harshly for myself over the last couple of years. I've always been very acceptant of being the individual that I am, but it came very hard when I'm like, I don't fit in any one style when it comes to clothing or decorating or anything like that. I don't fit just into goth or alternative or, you know, color goth or, you know, hippie or, you know, this or that or whatever. And same with my decor. I am the alternative. I am the oddball. I have bones everywhere. I have a Sasquatch painting, but I also have troll dolls, like the old vintage troll dolls. And I have me, but in elf form, painted on like a piece of wood. And then I have a Halloween spider up, and I have greenery and plants, and so it's all the things of me. I'm all the ways.
Yeah. There's another style, steampunk, that was brought up by.
Yes, I have steampunk stuff. I have a steampunk skull up in my room, in my bedroom.
Okay. So what I noticed in the ladies here is their general styles that they seem to work with, and what Julianne just said. So Liberty likes more curvy, roundy stuff, right? Whereas Julianne likes more of the jagged kind of thing. You know, she's into her crystals, she's into the goth kind of stuff. So if you can grab that kind of feel out of somebody, right, then you kind of know how to get into a unique angle for them to make projects for them. So anyway, there's another way to find out what to make.
Beautiful.
And we pull in Garrett with his rustic kind of wood cactus. I will go out and hike and adventure road trip, get in the dirt, sleep in the back of the vehicle under the stars type.
Yeah. There you go. The outdoor adventure, inspirational, life is what you make of it. Live with intention, be bold in the face of adversity kind of stuff, right? That's Garrett, right? Jump off the diving board when you don't see water in a pool, right? And trust that water is going to be there when you get to the pool level. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You haven't heard me say that before?
Yeah, I have, but it still doesn't sound safe.
Oh, it's not safe.
You just have me down there yelling, "Don't jump!" It's not there.
That's like buying a CNC machine. When folks are interested in it, they start researching it, and when it just comes to pushing that button, there's this hesitation, right? Oh my gosh, am I really going to do this, right? And so some people will hold off for so long on it, and that's when you feel that resistance. That's the time to push the button, right? That's the equivalent of jumping off a diving board when you can't see water in the pool, right? The water will be there, and you got a huge community of creators that got your back, right, to make sure you've landed the water. Are there other ideas out there?
Oh yeah, we got a couple.
Bring 'em out.
Let me throw them in here. Right. Where are we at? There we go. Actually, Mark Riggs says he's struggling with making his friend a mold for copper bending with a 4-inch dome and a 4-inch dish. Clip art is his go-to tool, and he's having to design a disc. So that's kind of
Interesting.
That's a really neat kind of project too.
Huh.
Tim, let's see. My customer asked me if I can make floating desks for her. I've never done that. I've bought SketchUp to help me design it. But yes, there is the fear to start it.
Floating desk.
What's your time frame on that if you have a fear to start? Like, what did you quote her?
I had a guy who was asking me, we were talking about, but we never finished it. He wanted me to make bucks. And what that is that's cutouts of the shape of a car at different levels. And so they fit together like in a hatch like that, and then pieces like that. And it forms the shape of a car. So people who build their own cars, make their own cars, and make their own shells or recreate older cars, they make the buck forms. Right? I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Jack hates to admit it, but his 2 best projects came about by accident. The more planning I do, the further down the list those projects, the less impressed I am with the final project. All right. Bob saying he wants to make signs with Braille on the bottom of them.
Ooh.
That would be
awesome.
Wow.
So I would like to see that.
How would you do that? I would think
I would assume a ball nose.
I would think I would get a drill and punch the holes in, like maybe use like pins.
An inset.
Yeah, and you just push the pins in the holes. That's cool.
I would 3D carve it.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple different ways you could approach that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. This is what I love about the community, these cool ideas that we just get. It's like,
oh yeah.
Come from? I mean, boom! What the hell was that idea?
Tommy wants to make some kinetic models and clocks. He bought a couple of plans from Clayton Boyer.
What's a kinetic model? Do you guys know what that is?
I have something I think that it might be, but I'm not sure exactly.
I used to have a bunch of kinetics. It's an old.
I don't think this is it.
Okay.
I have a thing that turns into another thing that wraps around, and it's like two different things, but I don't know. This is
No.
what I think of as kinetic. I think of a motion moving type
So,
I'll show you. I'll show
but I
you.
could be wrong.
Okay, I'll share screen and show you what came up. So this is kinetic model. So I guess it's like atoms and stuff and how they move through stuff.
Unless it's like that drink and duck type kinetic model where they use the
Oh,
gravity
yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
to move.
yeah.
Interesting.
We got a couple more donations hanging out there, don't we?
Oh yeah, we totally do.
Oh.
Two Towers Art giving us $49.99.
2 towers. Wow, sweet.
I have to write all this down, you guys. Recording in progress.
Yeah.
We thank you.
Oh yeah, I see that.
That's it.
Oh,
Here we go. I do want to, since we have a bit of a quiet lull here while she looks around for the other one, put it out there that I get this all the time because I am into vintage things and antique things. It only takes 20 years for something to become vintage.
Ugh.
All of my childhood toys are now vintage.
20 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All of my childhood toys are now considered vintage.
Who made that number? I think we should reject that.
Well, so
So that's
vintage is 20 years, antique is 50 years.
antique is 100.
100 years? Okay.
Vintage is between 20 and 100 years old. Antique is 100 and above.
Is there a mid-level for that?
No. No. So like I get this all the time. I'll be like, oh, this is, and I'm like, y'all, I grew up with this thing. Yes, I'm calling it vintage, but I grew up with this thing. It doesn't take that long for something to become vintage.
Is it retro? I was gonna say, isn't there vintage, retro, and then anyway? I'm feeling old. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Jared
yeah.
wants to know something. Is there a good source for, say, a squiggly line for V carving? Need to create line, the little squiggle line always, but looking for the lines to be bigger and wider. Tried to draw, but not very artistic, and didn't see anything.
Okay. So
I read this comment earlier, and I actually have some thoughts. Garrett might have some as well, but one thing I would say is use your fonts. Use your fonts, and if you want it to be bigger and bolder than the lettering is, put it in a different font box. That way you can size it up to the size that you want comparative to the lettering, and you don't have to worry about the lettering being an awkward size. Idea 2, again, use your fonts, and then your draw line, trace line tool, or an offset to make it bigger, etc. So those are my 2 ideas.
yeah. She's on. So what she's saying by a different font box is basically just make it text, start your text thing, and only type in the squiggly line, and then you can size it all you want. It's one piece of text.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, perfect. And then you can move it around wherever you want to.
And you can make it as bold this way or bold this way as you want, because you can customize that size.
And you'll maintain the curves.
Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Lemon squeezy.
Yeah, we're coming close to the end. We'll go over just a little bit there, guys. But I do want to say we are still running a July 4th sale to the end of tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. That's when the sale ends. 15% off all. That's the Independence Day sale. 15% off IDC brand bits and accessories, and the Jenny bits.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So this is it. And the next sale like this doesn't come around until
Black Friday.
Tilda.
Black Friday.
It's called Tilda.
Oh, I was calling it Tildy.
Sorry.
Tilda, yeah. Tilda.
I had no idea it had a name. I mean, I knew it had a name, but you know what I mean. I never cared or sought it out.
All right, we've got 4 more that we can bring up here. We're going to punch them out. A little advice from Creative Wood Design saying, for all the older CNC users, start thinking about projects you would like to make for loved ones and get them done before it's too late to enjoy seeing the joy they will bring.
Yay. 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 What a great statement.
Jim is saying that he listens to the students to see what they want to make. I'm in the process of making small models of 3D carvings to give them ideas of what is possible.
Okay.
Yep. Cool stuff.
Yeah, and you know another one that people are having fun with now, because making the 3D from images is so easy now, like using with Easy Create. You can put an image in, and Julianne, put that link for that video, for the Easy Create video. It's really easy to work with. You put an image in, and it'll create a 3D model of that image. So you can put a picture of you and your family in. Right. But another one is you can talk to it. You can prompt. It's an AI tool. You can prompt the AI and just give it all the instructions you want. That's how he came up with the wizard.
Let me actually make sure I can find that.
Okay. It's a 3D made easy or something. That's how I came up with the picture of me right here. And the detail on this is something else. But these guys will run. They take a long time to run.
All right, let me throw that link in for you guys really quickly.
Yeah, it's in my name, Kimberly. I love to use it. I just never knew what it was called. I use it in all of my sign-offs.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I have for as long as I can, since I got an email.
Okay. There were some questions about a couple of files. Did we handle that?
I was going to say, I'm going to look into those first ones.
So if you guys are still on board about the files you purchased, but you don't have a download link in your email, then you can send an email to Garrett@email.com, Garrett@IDCWoodcraft.com, and explain what happened, what your order is, because we can send you the file.
Yeah, we will get that to you. Also, on the topic of files, this one is for you, Garrett. The thumbnail in the file shows the warrior woman sign, but it is not to be seen for sale. Will it be available at some point?
I can make the warrior woman available. That's a file that that comes with our starter sets. Excuse me. The warrior woman's a cool project. That's also made for my niece. For those who have gone through cancer, right? Women, it's oriented towards women, and it's called the Warrior Woman. For those who are like, let them be warriors. Make a note for that.
I just did. All right, I'm going to pop through these last ones, and then we have one last donation. Chili Bang Whiz here. I'm keen to make pin epoxy cases to accessorize the pins I make, and I also incorporate laser, but would be keen to include epoxy. That sounds like those would be really pretty.
Yeah. Sounds like that's a step up in the game.
Mm-hmm. I got written down multi-machine projects as one of our future topics. Like, what machines are you using and what?
Yeah, we might have to buy our CO2 laser back from Greg.
All right. Gabe wants to know, how many hours a day do you spend on CNC?
So, okay, I'll answer it. Liberty will answer it. So I don't spend every day CNC, and I will spend time planning a project. Most of my stuff is for training, right, for CNC videos. But I get inspired to make something on my own once in a while. But I'll say this machine runs maybe once a week.
So for me, I was going to have kind of a similar answer when it comes to, I don't CNC all day like somebody who's making projects to sell the projects. So that I spend a lot of time planning my projects and a lot of time filming them. A 10-minute video takes anywhere from 4 to 10 hours to film.
Yeah.
And that's once we've gotten a good groove. And that is anywhere from 2 to 4 days. of filming because, you know, different things, waiting for things to dry, certain things going wrong. We've had 3 weeks in a row where I've lost power on Friday around 3:30 when we were filming. So there's that. But my CNC runs about 3 days a week for a couple hours. I'm still trying to do some more personal projects on the side, but like, again, I'm always busy planning so many projects and stuff like that. It's hard to actually get them running.
Yeah. Yeah. So on our end, right? So our focus in CNC is to support you and the community. So Liberty's saying, and I have to go through it, is there's a lot of strategy that we have to work on when we're coming up with these projects, and we want to make sure we're going in the right direction on this. So we don't make a video where we have a ton of mistakes. I mean, we make mistakes all the time too. So we're working to make sure that it's as smooth of a journey for you. So that ties up our creative time where we are unable to do like what you do. Just go and design, get in your own flow. We're in the flow of who is going to be watching us. What are we going to teach them? What are we going to train them? So there's a lot more thinking process goes in there.
Yeah.
All right. As we're coming down to the end of the night, we give a big thank you, shout out to Splotch Paw. You all are awesome. Every M&M order I place, I get free bits. Yes, you do.
Yes,
you do.
All you got to do is order M&Ms.
Yes.
Rich Bratcher said his 15% off M&Ms just shipped.
That's perfect. That's wonderful. Get those discount M&Ms while you can, folks.
Yeah.
From Terry, another 25 for any type of refreshment to put under the ice. Some bought for y'all.
All right, there we go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're not doing a giveaway tonight. Julianne has been quite busy with getting the closing, taking care of the building, get everything in line. She's been, and we're at the end of the quarter, end of the month. She's doing stuff like that too. So it's very busy at this time for her.
Crazy. And then our last one coming in from DP of Suwannee, 1999. I'm proud of you for supporting our vets and service members and first responders. We do their stuff too. So, yes.
I love what we do. And it's, thank you for being here and being part of that, where we can do something bigger than us.
We have our final debut of my big this cat that's been plaguing us the whole time. So Gizmo, not the CNC mascot, but the live disruptor.
we might have to get a cat as a mascot in the building. Well, we don't want it to get walking out on Clifty Drive though.
Oh, we could get a fish tank.
We could do that.
We could get a plant. You guys vote. What living / non-living thing do we need for the new office?
Yeah.
I told Garrett we needed a robot vacuum, so we don't have to actually vacuum the office area. We need a robot vacuum.
No, we need one of those ones that are a duo, the vacuum and mop. Because it goes back and empties itself too.
Donations for the cleaning.
What did I tell Julianne today? I said, don't get the one with the mop on it. I got one with a mop. It's like it's like dealing with Windows 1922 or something like that.
Really?
Like the technology in that thing is so old, and I love to hate it and I hate to love it. But it works when it works. It did break down on me though. I had the most expensive one.
It's too funny.
Oh,
Thank you guys for all your project ideas. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for the support for the new building and the support you guys give each other in the chat. We're just happy to have you guys. We're here every Wednesday, and we love being here with you guys every Wednesday. It's never a dull moment, always good information. Welcome to all of our new people. Take advantage of our sale. And I just did all the CTAs because I'm kind of tired and I want to go to bed. Not that I don't love you all, but it's Wednesday night and it's been one.
We'll see you folks. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Good night.